Okay, if this is getting complicated and frustrating, then you're really going to hate this one. This is the last one I'm going to go over on this topic, but I just wanted to show you one just really bizarre one. This one uses a double neighbor. So check it out. I'm going to do the same thing again. So we have the same starting place. Let's pull everything down because we're not going to use that quite yet. Okay, for this one, let's start in root position. So our root doubled. Okay, now I'm just going to input this and then I'll talk about it in a second. Well, maybe I'll talk about it as I go. So we're going to go to a 5, 4, 3. So we're going to go to a 5, 7 chord. You see there, C sharp. Now we're going to go to a 5, 6, 5. And you can see our double neighbor popping up. Okay, let me just copy this and put this here. And now we're going to finally hit our resolution back to a 1 chord, and we're actually going to land in root position. Okay, so what kind of monstrosity have we created here? We have a 1, 5, 1, and we started on tonic. We went to a 5, oops. We went to a 5, 4, 3. And then a 5, 6, 5. So 5. So 5, 1, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, and then back to 1. Now we're going to label this as a double neighbor. And let's just put it right in between those two. And we're going to call this an expansion of tonic all the way through. Okay, so what did we do here? Where's my double neighbor? Here's my D and a D. We go up by a step, we go down by a skip, and we're back to 1. Remember, that's a double neighbor. We also have it here. Okay, so it's not parallel octaves because I didn't actually do any parallels. So here's my E. If anything, it's close to a voice exchange that's happening there. We might be able to call that a voice exchange actually, because these two voices are swapping in order to get us from the 4-3 to the 6-5. And then we end up back on the tonic. So let's hear it. So it kind of feels like we're swimming around in this 5 for a second before we end up on 1. So because this is essentially a 1, 5, 1 with an extra inversion in there, we still call it a 5 sandwiched between two 1s, a double neighbor, and we can call it an expansion of tonic. Weird, right? Like I said, a lot of this starts to get a little subjective, right? I think I said that right at the beginning of this class, that we're in an area of theory now that becomes a bit of a matter of opinion, some of it, on the function of the chord. Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about a couple more things in this kind of deeper expansion of tonic.